Well, I wanted to sit down here today and tell you my success stories of how I don't give an F, about how I went through these things at a young age and was able to break free and find success, and I no longer care about what others think of me. And that was the path that I was going to take this video. It wasn't until I just got out of the shower and I looked at myself in the mirror and I hated what I was looking at. It is making me remember things that happened when I was a kid. And that inner manager that I have inside of my mind that had to get me through these traumatic experiences when I was young has just recently kicked in. And it shows me that while I am in a place in my life that I don't care about what others think of me, I still am a slave to my own mind at times and am critical on the way that I think of myself. So I think there's two sides of the coin. I want to touch on both because I can't tell you how I've successfully done it because it hasn't happened. And I want to be as authentic as possible. So I want to share how I'm actually struggling with both right now. I think that a lot of the way that I think that has led me to be successful at a young age has been because of the manager, or what I call the parent voice that I have. Going through traumatic experiences as a kid, in my instance, having my parents get a divorce, which again, I love my parents, wonderful parents, but as a young kid, that was a traumatic experience. And I didn't want to rely on my parents because I didn't want to be a burden to them. So my mind created a defense mechanism to be my own parent because I could rely on myself. And so what that would be at those moments where a parent would step in and offer maybe words of encouragement, my inside parent would step in and normally be overcritical and would be like, this is why you're not enough, or this is why you're not like your counterparts, or this is why, etc., etc. And for me, it typically went to my weight and my appearance. And it was something that was so overwhelming at a young age. Did I have to start developing other defense mechanisms to be able to level out the playing field? And I realized that I needed to become the version of myself that would make me proud to shut up the voice in my head. So I took it to the opposite level and I worked out too hard and I ate too perfect and I became too robotic and I didn't live life and I didn't have these experiences. And I'm talking this at a young age, 7th, 8th grade. But I got to the designation that I wanted to get to. But again, the critical parent was smart. It's older than me, as a parent would be. It knows what I need. I don't know what I need. At least this is what your parent voice wants you to think. And so it always made me look at what others thought of me as a way to be able to estimate who I was as a person. And it wasn't until just with age and truly about a year ago did I break through that with my therapist, because I had finally beaten anxiety, something that I didn't realize I had been battling with since I was a young boy. And that showed me that I am enough for myself. It broke the defense mechanisms that I had in my mind. It shows me at a young age on when I would do these things, because I was so involved in my head that it wasn't that I cared about what others thought of me at all. It was because I needed to level out what I thought of myself to battle the critical parent. So in this past year, I have truly not cared at all what anyone else has thought about me. I drive a car that is way below what other people that I know are driving because it gets me from A to B, and what other point do you need a vehicle for? I wear Howler Brothers clothes for no matter what occasion it is, because I freaking love it. And who cares? I still collect action figures. That's what I love to do. And when I became being more authentic, did I realize how much I love myself. And that whatever I do, as long as I'm proud, who cares what anybody else thinks? And that is a powerful place to get to. And I didn't just fall into it, and it took me years to hit. But I think that if you listen to my story and you think about the critical parent, that solves one of the sides of the coin. That it might not be that you truly do care about what others think, or whatever the situation may be for you, that it might be you just need to work on that critical parent to love yourself. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing in the human body that is designed to hurt you. Everything is designed to protect you. My critical parent didn't want to hurt me. It wanted to raise a strong young man, which it did, but it still was damaging at times. But we flip over to the other side of the coin, and that is, I have fallen into these habits that happened when I was going through these traumatic experiences at a young age that I'm still struggling beating. Because if I still am not working out like I had to do for so many years, and I look in the mirror, I still do these damaging things to myself. I still grab my love handles and I try to rip them off my body. I still put my fingers around my wrist to see if I'm losing weight. I still put too much products in my hair because I'm scared that a curl is going to come out. And it's not because I care what others think, and I don't even think it's necessarily, now that I'm thinking about it, what I think of myself. I think it's more of a habit. It's more of something that's ingrained in myself, and it's almost instinctive. There's no feelings behind it, no real emotions. There's some anger because I haven't resolved some anger that I've had as a kid, but overall it's a habit. And so I think that if you can find and pinpoint what it is that is causing you to truly care about what others think, that will take away one side of the coin. Now you have to break the habit. I haven't figured that out, so I can't give advice and I can't share my story because it still happens, especially when I'm tired and I am completely burnt and I can feel my mental health, my mental fitness, my defense mechanisms starting to come in and destroy my self-esteem and what I have for myself, because it's just trying to protect me. It's trying to protect that little boy inside of me so it doesn't get hurt. So I'm thinking about it right now and I have no idea if this video made any sense. But it's authentic and it makes me feel good because I had to get it off my chest, because I was just sitting on the couch freaking out, to be honest, because I didn't know how to handle my inner voice. But I knew that if I shared it and I spoke it into existence, that it would at least be moving forward. And that's what's important. So I hope that you guys found something out of this, and I really appreciate you all. Please comment if there's anything that I can do to help. I love all of the comments you guys have been doing. So thank you so much. Bye-bye.